everybody, it's your girl. What's up? I'm back. The digital pattern is finally online, and I already showed you in a tutorial how to create the bag, the small crossbody pattern bag. But these are the pieces that you'll get. This is actually a guide. You can use this as a guide to know how your bag is going to look. These are the pieces, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it, and then I'm going to get into a second part of the video. And I'm going to show you how to make the cute little wallet that goes with it. Now, right here, right here is the small crossbody pattern. So if you can, print this out on a cardstock. If you can print it out on a cardstock. If not, that's fine. But it'll be good on a cardstock. So right here, you cut out two main fabrics, which I talked about in the tutorial. You could cut out two lining fabrics. That's optional if you want to. We'll talk about that, and I'll show that in another video. But right now, if you cut out the lining, you cut it out the same as this one. So it'll be two main fabrics, two lining fabrics, and this when you can add your actual pocket in the inside of your handbag on the lining piece. And I'm going to talk more about that because you can actually use this wallet to actually cut out you a pattern to make a little small pocket in the inside. We'll talk about that on another video. But you could just measure a piece of fabric and you could just cut it out and create your pocket. The next piece is your straps. I used a store-bought strap. Remember, I used this and I cut it out to be, I don't know, I think it was like a little, like 35, 36 inches strap for me, I'm thinking. I have to look that up. I'll let you know. But this is what I use for my strap. Or you could buy any type of store-bought strap if you like. Or if not, I'm going to also give you measurements for strap as well. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets here. And what you do when you cut this out, you'll glue these together to create your strap. Now you can either tape it together or you can glue it together. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you now. And then I'm also going to give you measurements. And you cut out as many as these as you need to create your strap. Or you just, measure a piece of fabric like maybe 2 inches wide by 35 inches long. You can create 2 of those if you like. You can double it and it'll be 60, 70 inches long. And once you stitch it together, once you make the strap, you know how I show you how to, I have to find another video, I'm going to show you, but once you cut out the fabric, let me show you because I think it's better if I show you, okay, instead of telling you, you're going to be like, what? If you are a beginner. Most people, know how, but let's get started. Today the tutorial is actually about the wallet, but I'm going to go ahead and throw this in. So once you cut out your pattern, you're going to cut out your strap. And if you're not doing a store-bought strap, let me move this up. So, hold on, let me tighten this because it's down too far. There we go. Alright, that's better. So once you, if you are not doing a store-bought strap, you're going to cut these pieces out. And sometimes it's best to just measure the fabric. But if you want a guide, there's nothing wrong with a guide. And you can always place these on the fold of the fabric, and that'll help you too. Once you cut it out, I'll show you. So you're going to cut all of these out. I should have had them cut out. hope you enjoy my tutorials, and if you do, give it a thumbs up in the description box. Give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my tutorials, please give it a thumbs up and share it. Like it. And that helps us to grow our channel. Since you already know what I'm doing with the proceeds, part of the proceeds from everything that we sell on our store goes to help us with the young people, the program that we'll be launching this spring. We're getting ready to it. And I want to say thank you for everyone who has already purchased some patterns this year. Thank you so much. And you will see the progress because I'm keeping everybody's information so that we can send them the progress of everything that we do, you know, with the young people. Alright? Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take these and you're going to tape them together. Like this, or glue or tape. At this point, I don't know if I have tape up here. I don't have tape up here. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it. I have paper glue. Hold on. Don't forget, you can you can tape it, you know. But I'm going to glue because, and look, in the course, this is stuck in there now. Oh, me. Oh, me, oh, my. It's always something, huh? So, anyway, I'm going to take a little bit of glue. So, you would take a little bit of tape or glue. Whatever you have. I'm just doing a little. Just a line. And I'm going to line it up on top of the black line together. Try to make it as straight as possible. Like that. And that's one. Then I'm going to do the next one. That's a lot of glue. That was a lot. I wasn't trying to put a lot of glue on there. So we're going to line this one up. Okay. Let's see. It's funny how I need a piece of tissue now, right? Okay, so that's 2. That's 3. It's a little crooked. Now, actually, if you put this on a line, you are going to get 20, 30, 60, 36, and that's 18. You're going to get, and that's 18, 58-inch strap right now. This will be a 58-inch strap if you actually, I'm doing that because it, let me redo it because it wasn't straight. I'm trying to make it straight so it would be as straight as possible when I put it on the, there we go, when I put it on the fabric. I'm going to show you 2 ways. If you want to, you could go ahead and do the last piece, which would give you, if you put this on, this gives you way more than you need. So even a 70-inch strap, if you line this up with all the way from here to 35 or 36 on the end of your, if you could see, let me see, can you see that? On the end here is 35, so this is 36. And if you put this, glue all of this together and put this on the fold of your fabric, then you're going to get like a 70-inch, let's see, 80-inch, 35, 40. You'll get an 80-inch strap. That's long. I mean, even that's long for a tall person. So that's how you would do that. And with that being said, you would take this, put it on the fold of your fabric, depending on how long your fabric is, and you would, let me see, you would put it on the fold, and you could cut out actually 2 of these on the fold. So hopefully, if that makes sense, let me know. So you would put it here, you would pin it down, and then you would cut it, okay? And that's on the fold. And you could do 2, and then you could stitch them together at the end and make one long strap. And then what you would do after that, I'll show you, because I'm going to make a strap for you so you'll know. And then I'm going to also show you. And also, you don't have to do it that way. You could actually measure the fabric itself. Okay, so like this piece of fabric right here. Okay, so if we folding it up and we want to make a strap, I'm going to show you. Okay, so we're going to make a strap here. And we have it on the fold. Let me see. Can you see? You can't see. Okay, hold on. Let me. And I have it on the fold. So from this fold to this crease here, that is, let's see, 23 inches. So what I would do at that point, I would get my ruler and a pen. I would measure in 2 inches on here. See that? I would measure in 2 inches, and I would cut along here, and that's what I'm going to do right now so I can show you. You can use your scissors, you can mark it here, and you can, you know, so you can see, or you can use your ruler if you have a rotary cutter, and you can hopefully I cut that good. I don't know. I think I need a sharper. I think I need a sharper cutter. I think my blade is, but I can still see it. So, okay. There we go. And once you do that, and you have your strap, because you measured how long you want your bag, and this is actually 2 inches, and it was cut on the fold. So it made it a really long strap. So now what you want to do is take it to your ironing board. You're going to fold it in the middle like this. And I'm just showing you real quick how to make a strap from if you're just using your fabric to cut. Real simple. Or you could go, like I said, get a store-bought. I'm going to get my pins. And you're going to fold it in on both sides to the middle like that, and then you're going to fold it over like that, and you're going to pin it, and you're going to repeat that all the way on both ends of the strap, all the way till you finish. And that's why I like to take it to the ironing board, because if you take it to your ironing board and press it first, like, it'll help it hold. And so you just keep going. Find the middle, both ends. And you do that for the entire strap. And then once you do that for the entire strap, you take it to your sewing machine and you stitch down. You could do 2 stitches. You could do a stitch on this side and a stitch on this side, or you could just do 1 stitch on the open side and then stitch it all the way down until it's closed. And there you have your strap. And you already know how to put it on the bag because it's already in the first tutorial. Okay, so now let's get to making. If you need any more instructions, you know, let me know. But hopefully that was very self-explanatory. Okay, so let's get to what we're going to make today. So what I'm going to make today is this wallet. So the first thing, of course, you do after you print it out, you go ahead and cut around it. I should have had it cut out, but I said, let me give you a little bit of step by step. Like I said, you could go to your local, if you don't have a printer, you could go to like a Kinko's or your local print shop, print it out. But let me tell you, printers are so inexpensive now. You could get some nice printers where you could, you know, so you could do more at home. And these are good to make for any upcoming craft show or just gifts. And you can do so much with these bags. You can make them so decorative. I just haven't gotten into the decorative thing yet, like, but I will. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out 2 wallet pieces and 2 closures. I'm just going to do it like this because I'm not, that would be cute because just like the purse, if I put that on there. It was a darker one, but I like that. So let's cut this out. See what we have. This is just fabric I want to play with. Usually I don't waste fabric like this. So this is pretty. So I'm going to really just I don't know what's on the other side, so I'm just, you could do a couple of things with this. You could I have spray that I can use to spray the pattern down too. It just holds it. It's a temporary spray adhesive that you can put on there, or you could just pin it. So most people may not have the spray, so I'll just pin it for now. I don't know, I get new pens every year, and I tell you, I just need to throw a lot of these pens away. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut this one out. See, that's one. I really want to get that on there. Yeah. Bop, bop, bop. I think I will. And if you do have spray, let's see, then I would have to put something down. But this is a temporary adhesive spray that I use because I use it also for my when I'm doing embroidery. So yeah. So that's what I use, just in case you want to get some, but you have to put something down to spray it. Okay, let's see how we gonna do this. Let's see. Hope you're having a good new year so far. I'm throwing some of these pens away that are not doing anything. I try not to hold you too long on these videos because I know sometimes it just can take up so much time preparing and just, but I'm trying to not. But I want to take my time too, because if you're really interested, then, you know, I want this to really be beneficial to you. And I have a kit too that I want to show you because I'm going to put a fun closure on here. Alright, so now we have everything. I'm excited about this. So now we're getting ready to go over to the sewing machine and we're going to stitch. So for the main part of the bag, we're going to put right sides together. And we're going to take this and we're going to only stitch 1/4 of an inch around the bag for a seam allowance. So I'm going to do a couple of pins here. Now 1/4 of an inch. Now for the flap, I want to put right sides together. And for this one, I want to stitch a 1/2 inch. Remember that, a 1/2 inch seam allowance around the closure piece. Now, we're going to leave the top pieces, of course, open. Alright? So we're going to stitch 1/4 of an inch around the main piece. And we're going to do a 1/2 inch around the closure piece. And I'll see you back here. Alright, I'm back. So, okay, so I stitched a 1/2 inch seam allowance around here, and I stitched 1/4 of an inch around here. So now we're going to turn it inside out. I'm so close that I didn't even have to really snip, so that's the only reason why. And again, I said if you have pinkish shears, that would really do. So if you notice, I didn't I went all the way to the end on this one. And the reason for that, and you're going to see in a moment, so we're going to cut around, trim around here. Make sure you don't trim your stitches. Get as close as you can. I'm going to trim that off. Let's see. I should have did a darker thread so I could see and you could see. Alright, so hopefully I'm still on frame. So now we're going to turn this over. Remember I told you about directional fabric. Make sure you know where you want your front to be, where you want your back to be with the directional fabric. So here we go. Now what I'm going to do is push this all out. And I'm going to take this to the ironing board. I'm going to press it and I'll see you back here. Alright? Okay, I'm back. So what I did was I tucked this in and pressed it about a 1/4 of an inch. I did the same to this. About 1/4 of an inch. And I pressed it in. Now next time I'll show you how to do it with a lining and we don't have to do all of that. Okay? So now of course you put it in here like this. You're going to pin. So if we dropped the lining in, we wouldn't have had to press it or fold it or anything like that. But I'm just showing you how to do it without that. And you could, like I said, use your pinkish shears and you wouldn't have had to fold it in at all. So now you're going to pin because we're going to stitch across. So I just put it in like maybe 1/4 of an inch because I want to be able to, you know, close it. Have a closure here. Now you see why I came in more on the closure than I did the bag. That's why I stitched a 1/2 inch, 1/4 of an inch here and a 1/2 inch on here so we could put this right down in there. See? And it's going to be cute. So this is already cute. So what we're going to do is go to our sewing machine and we're going to stitch across here. But listen, when you stitch across, make sure this piece is down because you don't want to stitch this closed. So you're opening it up, okay, and you're going to stitch across. Alright? And one of the ways you could do this too, if you want to find the middle, let me show you. Fold it here. Remember how you fold in half to find the middle? And there's the middle. And we fold in half to find the middle. That's the middle. So when we put it in here, and make sure you have it right, how you want your fabric. You line this up with the middle. And that's cute, see? This is so cute. This is a cute bag. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to use the closure too. Okay, so there we are. So pin, as I'm doing here, because you want to make sure you have it right. Is that cute? That is so cute. And when I close it, it's going to be cute. Okay, so take it to your sewing machine and stitch across. Remember, don't stitch this close. So you're going to stitch across. And I'll see you back here. Okay, so I'm back and I stitched. So you can see where I stitched it across here. And then once I got done, I put this under the sewing machine and I stitched the top part of here. Press it with your ironing board, and now I'm going to show you how to put a closure on here. This is a really cute and simple bag, and I'm going to show you. This is, I got this tool. I had one before, and I don't know what I did with it, but I'm going to put a link in the description box below so that you can literally pick you up some. Sometimes I get them at Joann Fabrics. Alright, so here I'll go. So I'm going to probably use, this is an off-white. I think I'm going to use the off-white. So you have a few pieces that you need. Let's see. Yep, this is the 3 pieces that you would need. So this is the first piece that goes in here. And what I try to do is find the middle of where I'm going to put it. So I'm going to probably put it here. And I push it through. And it has like a little thing that you could actually push through, but sometimes I use this. So then what I do is I take this, and once I push it through and find my middle where I want it, then I push it through here. I push it through here so I can find, like right there is where I want it. So let's see if I can. I think you need 2 of these though. You need 2 of those, I think that's how that goes. So there it is. So I take this when I find the hole, and what I do with this is I make it a little bigger so I can see it. See what I did after I found it here. So then I take this piece, put through the back, and let's see, this is this piece that goes here. So you put that piece on there like that. So what I did was I snapped it through here, pushed it through, snap, put that piece on. Then you take your tool. This piece goes inside the bag, and that sits in there. So I take this, sit the snap on, put the other piece in, and then you squeeze it. Like that. Okay? And there you go. Got that piece. Now, I'm going to take this piece, put it on the outside where I already made my hole. I take this piece, I put it here. I think that's the piece. I hope this is right. I think this is right. So you have that piece. Okay, yep, this is right. Then you take this, you put it in here. I think I did this right. I think that's the right piece. And then you smash it down. Yep, that's it. Yep. And so once you smash, shoot, I think I just messed up. I think I just smashed it wrong. I smashed it. I shouldn't have did that. I smashed it. Anyway, so then and that's your closure. But I smashed it wrong. I smashed it on the outside. So I'm going to take that loose and I'm going to try it over. I'm going to see if I can bend this in. I messed up. But that's how you do it. Really, it is. I should be able to hopefully pop this off of here and redo it. Yeah, so much for me trying to show y'all how to put it. There we go. I got it off. Yay. Okay, so here we go. Whew. So you put it back in here. Just don't go off of the, I went off of the, out the middle. So here we go. Put it, make sure it's in the middle. Okay, now squeeze it. There we go. Now. It's never this hard, y'all. It's never this hard. And that's supposed to snap in. So actually it's this piece. Yeah, it's this piece. Let me see if I can pop this one off. Uh-oh. Yep. So let me pop this one off. It was this piece. Yeah. So let's get another piece here. Yeah, that shouldn't even did that. Okay, so here we go. Uh-oh. I hope I'm in the, because I'm like focused on trying to, here we go. So let's take this and put it in here on there. And yep. Okay, this should be, hold on, let me make sure, because I need this to drop down in there. The piece in the inside, it needs to drop. Okay. It needs to drop. It's dropped down in here. Okay, let's see what happened this time. Okay. Let's see. There we go. So there we go. So you have to get it right in the middle. Alright, so there we go. I struggled with that one, didn't I? God dog it. Yeah, it is not that hard to put that snap on there. And I don't know if I'm going to show you that. But I'm going to show you. I might show you just in case you do what I did. And, yeah. So it's not that hard. There we go. And you have your snap closure. And there we are. We finished with our tutorial. Alright, see you back here next time. Don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't. Like and share. All right. Thank you. Oh, don't forget, the new pattern is on our website. There'll be a link down in the description box. Talk to you soon. Peace.